Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Neil, and this is going to be a very off-the-cuff type video, but I got a lot of comments asking if I've seen the Wreckfest 2 trailer, and of course I have. So yeah, if you didn't know, we are officially getting a Wreckfest 2. After several years of very low activity in the Wreckfest world, we're finally getting a sequel. I had a feeling this was coming again because we haven't really seen any DLC or anything really released for Wreckfest in the past couple of years, so I just assumed that they were working on the sequel, and I was right, baby. So we don't really have a release date yet, but we did get this little teaser trailer, so what I'm gonna do is kind of react to this thing and tell you guys what I would like to see in the long-awaited Wreckfest sequel. So let's start this thing off and see what we have. I might have to kind of talk over this because I don't know if I'm going to get claimed for just straight up showing the trailer, but yeah, we're going to work our way through it. So it starts off with just a car tumbling through the air. Beautiful. And I was having a debate with the recording team on whether this part was CGI or not, and because the guy in this video looks completely real, but the car, I don't know. I think it's a mixture of CGI and not. Like, that looks real right there. But then we got gameplay, and the first thing I noticed about this is that there's really only one car, maybe two, shown in this entire trailer. They're all rockets for some reason. I think there might be a Killer Bee coming up here fairly soon. But yeah, so far, all we've seen is the rocket, which, I don't know, makes me think maybe that's all they have done so far. Again, no release date at all. But what we can see, this thing looks pretty darn good. I always thought that Wreckfest had really good graphics to begin with, but man, there we go. Actually, let's go back a couple seconds here. Because, yeah, there is a Killer Bee, which I think in the corner there. There it is. Wait. There it is right there.
Next time.
I'm going to be sad and drink my coffee by my car that I wrecked doing the thing that I love. That's what this trailer is. Give it. Oh, my God. Beautiful. Look at him go. He's turn bombing everybody. And it seems like we're racing in some sort of junkyard here, like an actual junkyard map. Beautiful. So there it is. That's pretty much all we get for the Wreckfest 2 trailer. We did get some gameplay, though, at least what seems like some gameplay there. And, you know, this isn't a rocket. What car is this? Is that a Star Beast, maybe? Or a Speedbird? I think it's either a Star Beast or a Speedbird, one of the two. I don't really know. But yeah, that's all you get. That's the PlayStation trailer. I think it's also coming on PC and Xbox as well, and we'll probably see it on the Switch because we did get Wreckfest on the Switch. Weird thing, if you guys didn't know, this game's on the Switch. So on the official release post for this, it says we are getting more realistic destruction, which is pretty crazy because this game's kind of well known for that already. Fully customizable cars, revamped game modes, a brand new split screen mode, and much more, which, I don't know, all this sounds pretty darn good. So what would I like to see in Wreckfest 2? Well, I would like to see a basically completely revamped multiplayer mode. It's kind of a pain to get into different servers, especially if they're popular. I'm looking at you, Poop Sock. I was thinking maybe we could have kind of like a queuing system, kind of like you see on your old kind of Battlefield games, where if you want to get into Poop Sock, you don't need to just sit on the screen refreshing for 15 freaking minutes waiting for somebody to leave. You could just get into a queue and automatically be put into the game when somebody quits, which I think would be pretty good, and just honestly a better system for that. This is going to be a really big nitpick, but something I would like to see actually brought back for Wreckfest 2, because if you didn't know this, in the early days of Wreckfest, maybe even before it was called Wreckfest, when it was still called Next Car Game, on certain tracks there would be metal barriers around the track, and you could actually bump into, crash into them, and it would like deform the barriers, but they took that out of the game in upcoming updates for some reason. I don't know why. So new game, new technology, new game engine. I would love to see that brought back for sure. And this next one might be kind of a long shot here, but if you didn't know, Wreckfest's DNA goes all the way back to the Flatout games. Bugbear Games are the creators of the Flatout games, and one of the most iconic things about those games was the ability to fly out of the windshield when you crash hard enough. I don't know what kind of tone they're going for in Wreckfest 2. It honestly seems like they might be hyping up some sort of story mode with this trailer, but that doesn't mean we can't have people flying out of the windshield. I mean, it might be kind of like a copyright thing where they can't add in the classic flat out ragdoll like game modes, the mini games, the high jump, the long jump, that kind of thing. But I don't see why we can't have the guy fly out of the windshield. You can fly out of the windshield in a lot of games. You know, you can fly out of the car in freaking Grand Theft Auto. I don't see why we can't do it in Wreckfest 2. I think if you crash hard enough, I mean, yeah, you should be flying out of the windshield. Do you guys see a seatbelt in this video? I don't see one. So, hey, maybe we will be flying out of the windshield. As for other stuff, I would love to see more DLC for this. I would also like to see a kind of revamp of the seasons mode in this game. It just kind of like rotates the same few game modes out every couple of weeks. I'd love to see a little bit more variety in that if they bring that back. And I would also like to see a little bit better mod integration into this game. The workshop works great. It's just the actual creation of the mods is a little bit more complicated than, say, your beamng. Because I know Spieler would absolutely love to make maps for Wreckfest, but he has basically no idea how to do it. There's basically one mod that's kind of has a monopoly on Wreckfest. The very track pack is basically the go-to for Wreckfest maps mods, and I'm pretty sure it's just because it's kind of difficult to actually make them. So I would love to see kind of like an easier way to create maps and content for this thing whenever it comes out. So now, do I have a guesstimation for when this game is actually going to come out? Well, it's announced in 2024, so if I had to guess, I would say probably summertime of next year. I would love to see it come out around Christmas because that's like the best time. It would be perfect, but I don't think that we're going to get that. I think it's probably going to be somewhere around next year in the summertime, but that doesn't mean I'm not excited about it. Hopefully I can get a kind of early release code for this thing so I can show you guys more, but until then, this is pretty much all we have. But it did its job. I am still absolutely hyped for this thing, and if you guys have anything that you want to see in Wreckfest 2 down below, make sure to let me know. Tell me what you want to see in this thing. Do we want to see big semi trucks? Because that means we will get them going backwards on the multiplayer races. But you know, it's kind of the spirit of the game at this point. It's kind of built into the DNA. But yeah, Wreckfest 2, baby. I had a feeling it was coming, but it's finally here. I've never really done a video like reacting to a trailer before, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And you know what, guys? I will see you in the next one with more Wreckfest 2, hopefully. The next time we know more info, anyway. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.